For demonstration purposes, we're using a skeleton of a fireplace insert. As you can see down below, the gas control lines, the control valves, and everything else that you're going to have in your unit have been removed just to provide a visual for you. So you're going to have to work around everything that you have located down here. It's going to be a little bit more difficult than what we're showing you, but to give you a visual, we needed everything out. I'm going to grab a GFK21 kit, show you how you're going to get the kit delivered to you, and what you need to do with it before installing. So the kit is going to come pre-wired, like you can see here. Everything's going to be attached except for 2 leads. And the 2 leads are marked with a label, and it's going to tell you to connect the 2 leads to these 2 motor terminal tabs. They're quick connect connections. They have a female connector. You're going to slip one over the top of the tab, and it doesn't matter which lead connects to which motor terminal. So you're going to connect both of them. The ground has been factory ground to the frame of the motor. And if I rotate this over, you've got noise reduction pads on 2 sides and then Velcro strips put on top of the noise reduction pads. Before installing, you're going to have to remove the backing, and this exposes a real sticky Velcro strip. So we're going to remove the backing from these strips, and we want to make sure we only get off the plastic backing. And trying to do this one-handed is more difficult. So I've got this one off, and I need to pull this one off. Okay, I might have to set this down to show you so I can get that off. But you want to be careful just to get the plastic strip off like that. Okay, now we've got the Velcro strips are exposed. We're going to put the blower in down below. So we get it through. And we're going to locate the blower so the air discharge, this rectangular opening, is blowing up the back of the fireplace. So we're going to get it centered. We're going to put it into place. We're going to press down, and now your blower is securely attached to the back of the firebox. The next step is to locate your thermal sensor, which is right here, and it's on this bracket with this magnet. And the magnet is going to attach itself to the ceiling of that lower compartment. So you just let it go and it attaches. On the other end of the cable is your on-off variable speed control. If you turn this all the way counterclockwise, you're going to feel a click, and that's off. When you turn it to the right, you're going to hear a click, and that starts on high. And as you turn it down, it slows the blower down. So we're going to turn it back all the way off, and when we hear it click, we know it's on and it's in the high position. And for demonstration purposes, I'm now going to plug this in. And also, you've got a sticky pad on here. In most instances, this is just going to stay at the front of the unit and pop down and stay there. You might have a fireplace that's got an opening for this thing to come through, the speed control. So you would just pop off the knob, take the locking nut off, pop the stem through, put the locking nut back on, and now your speed control would be on the outside of your unit, at least coming through an area. But if not, don't worry about it. Most of the time it's going to stay down below and behind. I'm going to plug this in. We've got an extension cord for power for this demo, so I'm going to plug the unit in. And what I have to do is remove this so I can apply some heat to this thermal sensor. So I'm going to put the thermal sensor down here. I'm going to grab a heat source. Your heat source will be the fireplace once it's lit. I'm going to apply some heat to the thermal sensor. There's enough heat now. The blower's been activated. The blower's running. I can, at some point, if I want to, now I can take my speed control. I can turn the blower almost down to nothing. So if you think it's too noisy and you want to adjust the speed, that's where your speed control comes in handy. I'm back to full power again. And the blower is going to run until you turn your fireplace off or you turn it off at the knob, with the speed control knob. So as a visual, and this is a small blower and a fairly large insert, you can see that by adding a blower to the unit, we are throwing some air out into the room. Now, just based on temperature, my speed control cooled off enough and it automatically shut the blower off. So that meant that you had turned your fireplace off, now the blower went out. If I put heat back on here again, and the blower comes back on automatically. This is the GFK21 kit. It's a fairly easy install. If you have any questions, you can always give us a call at 262-989-4882. But this gives you a basic idea on installation for the GFK21 kit.